Hey everyone, it's Ray. I'm outside. It's so nice out, but it looks like it might rain, so I'm gonna make this quick. I've been thinking a lot about recovery and how the word is kind of scary and it means like giving something up, and people are really like afraid to let go of their eating disorders or addictions because it's the only thing they've ever known. And so I've been thinking, I went on a bike ride today, and I just think like that the word recovery needs to be revolutionized because it's not a scary thing. Well, it's not meant to be a scary thing, but I think that our addictions or our eating disorders turn it into something that's really scary. That's why people avoid going into recovery. But I think that it's something that's really empowering and liberating. And so I've thought of a metaphor to help explain what recovery means. And for me, I think of like you're walking down a road and you've had this disease or this addiction for a while, and you know that it's hopeless and that you need to get over it. So you're walking towards this road, and there's a fork in the road, and there's a road that you can just keep going down, and there's nothing there. You just keep going and going, and you know that it's the same old, same old. But then when there's another road, and down that road, there's actually a huge mountain in the middle of the road. So you decide that's the road of recovery, is the one going down the mountain. So you have to choose to go down that road. So you either make the decision to keep going on the way that you're going and wait for the next opportunity to recover, or you take that opportunity in that moment. So you're walking down the road of recovery, and it's a long road, but there is something in the distance. It's not just like miles and miles of road. There's a mountain. So you're walking and you're tired, but you know that you want to get towards this mountain because you want to know what's on the other side of the mountain. So you're walking and you get to the mountain and you start climbing, and your legs hurt because you've never climbed a mountain before, and it's scary, but you know that whatever's on the other side of that mountain is worth getting to. So you keep walking and walking, and your muscles start to get better, and it's not as scary anymore, but it's still scary because you know that like it's something that you've never done, and you're going to have to let go of something to get over that mountain because it's not going to be the same old restriction or drug use as before. So you're doing well, but then there's a thunderstorm and it starts hailing, and you're so scared, and there's like no umbrella, there's nothing, and you're alone on this mountain. But you keep going because you know that whatever's on the other side of that mountain is worth it. So you keep going, you've been through a storm, your muscles are good, you keep going, but it starts snowing, and you get scared and you slide a little bit down that mountain. So you're sliding, but then you decide that whatever's on the other side of that mountain is worth going to. So you stop yourself from sliding, you take the steps to get back to where you were, and you keep going. Now you're at like almost to the top, and you can see a little bit over it, and the sun's shining, and you see it, but you're afraid to go over it because it's still scary, but you keep climbing anyways. So you're climbing, and you can see a little bit over the horizon, and the sun, you haven't seen the sun in a long time, and it's a little glimmer of hope. So you see that sun, and you're like, okay, I've made the right decision. So you're walking, and you finally get to the tip of that mountain, and you can see the bigger picture of your struggle, because you can see everything is not just one big road. It's like you've overcome this mountain, and you feel empowered and liberated. So you've gotten to the top, but there's things that you need to do in order to keep that recovery process going. So everything you've learned on that mountain, from like slipping down the mountain, from the muscles, from enduring the storms and the scariness, you have to still keep going. So you're at the top of that mountain, and you're like looking down, and you're like, okay, I have to go down this mountain, but going down is easier than going up a mountain. So you start going down the mountain, and you're going down, and you're using the muscles again, and you're using the tools that you've learned, and you keep going, and you keep going, and you finally get to the bottom of that mountain. And you have opportunities that you never thought you could ever have because you've climbed that mountain and you've overcome that thing. But the thing is that you have to keep remembering the tools that you've learned on the mountain. So you've got to remember how to keep those muscles moving. So like muscles of recovery, of like eating those meals and rebuking those thoughts, and not using drugs and those kind of things. So you have to keep using those tools that you use. There's things that you have to use every day in order to keep yourself healthy. So that is what I think, that recovery is like. It's like a mountain, and it's not as scary as it is because it's very liberating, especially when you get to the other side of that mountain. And like I was on this bike ride today, and I'm just thinking, wow, like God is so amazing that I overcame that mountain, and that so many other people in this world can overcome that mountain. And it's just amazing to be on the other side and to be able to go for a bike ride and not be thinking about burning calories or burning this or that. It was just a bike ride, and my body was happy after I got off. I felt good. But you have to overcome that mountain, and I think that like revolutionizing the word recovery is important, because it's not as scary as your eating disorder or your addiction wants you to think. So that is what I've been thinking about for the last little while, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions or comments, just inbox me. I love ya, and you're going to do great things, so just keep on fighting, and yeah. And if you have any ideas for videos or anything you want to talk to me about, just inbox me. Alright, take care. Bye!